Welcome to the Ocala National Forest. Today we're out near where we're staying in Silver Springs in Florida's second largest national forest, and we're going to see if we can go spotting some alligators and possibly some other wildlife. We came down to this same pond yesterday with a couple of our friends and we did see an alligator, although it was pretty far away, but it's a little warmer out today, so we're hoping we might catch a better glimpse of one.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Around Ocala, there is so much state land and just roads that you can ride. Let me get you guys straight there. Just roads that you guys can ride forever and ever and ever. You have to be a little careful, like down here where we're at here. There is some loose sand, and if you're not paying attention, you can get stuck pretty easy. But if you have like a half-ton four-wheel drive pickup that's not diesel, it's a whole lot better. The diesel's kind of heavy on the front, but we've been riding a lot of these, having a lot of fun. We're going to bring you guys along for a few of these, but we really wanted to get you down here and show you this pond. And there's several of these in here, just out in the middle of the forest, and it's kind of cool.
And this area is an absolute dream for if you've got four-wheelers or side-by-sides. There is just endless amounts of trails to ride. Beautiful area. We've really enjoyed it so far. Definitely different terrain than back home. You're not seeing a lot of the up and down and mud pits, but lots of sand, lots of sun, and some beautiful scenery for sure. So let's take a look at this pond and see if we can see any wildlife.
And you can definitely tell, like, this is prime for some wildlife down in here. Yesterday when we were here, they were over there swimming across. You could see we saw 3 different gators over there, but it's hard to know too. They blend in really well. They do a really good job of blending in.
Yeah, one can be not too far away from you and you won't even notice it. I think, is that one right over there? Maybe not. Maybe that's just a brown lily pad.
Yeah, it
looked about the right shape, but it's not.
It's really hard to tell. And just for reference, an alligator can run up to 30 miles an hour, I guess, for a short period of time. So you might get to see who can run faster, Sue or I. But anyways, we're probably going to go ahead and shut you guys off, and we'll bring you back if we see anything interesting. How's that?
There's also a ton of bird wildlife and stuff to see here. Really, we saw a great big bird of prey come down through here.
There's a crane over there on that dead pine right there. Alright, so we're going to take a walk through the woods here and get over the other side of the pond. You can walk all the way around this pond, and you see the trucks up there and the big old pines. And we're going to head right over through here, see if we can find us something living in the brush here. And look at the size of these pine cones.
And Florida does have 6 varieties of poisonous snake. So far, the only snake that we have actually seen here so far is one of the non-poisonous varieties. It was a ringneck snake. I'll see if I can get Ryan to put that picture in this video right here so you can see what we saw. It's hard to tell in the picture because I zoomed way in on him, but he was just a little guy, maybe about that long and about as big around as a couple of spaghetti noodles put together. So just a little one, but he was kind of cute. There's something right there. Keeps flipping up. And maybe it's just the lily pads. There's a lot of lily pads. Oop, heard something splash. A lot of lily pads fluttering in the wind today, so it draws your eye in. Makes it hard to tell if you're seeing a lily pad or an alligator.
Well, we are not seeing much today. Hearing some noises, seeing a few splashes, but haven't really seen anything indicative. Yesterday we were standing right there and we watched one swim all the way across over there. And it's so hard to know because you guys, I'm not sure how well you're seeing it, but out there in the lily pads, you know, any one of those little black objects sticking up could be the gator's eyes looking at us, watching us, just seeing what we're doing.
Look what I found.
We might need that if we find a gator.
I'm taking it with me.
We're gonna walk over here and then we'll walk back over to the truck. We'll give you guys a good view of what we're looking at here. I have no idea how deep this is out in the middle. Could be one right in here, we don't know. Sue won't run out in the water and see if she can find it.
I don't run 30 miles an hour.
But it's kind of cool anyways. For those of you that aren't familiar or haven't watched some of our videos or know anything, you know, from the past, we are from Maine, so we're here in Florida and it's 72, 73 degrees out here today. Even warmer when the sun's out, and it's supposed to be like 10 below at home in Maine right now, so we're not missing that at all.
Not sorry to be here, that's for sure.
So even if we don't see a gator today,
It's a good day to wander around the beauty of the Ocala National Forest.
it's a lot of fun just to come down here and see the different things and the different birds.
We're loving the t-shirt weather.
Yep, and you see what I'm saying about these roads. They're just everywhere. You can drive all the way around these ponds. You can drive over, there's another big pond over there. There's one across the road. There's a whole bunch more over there on the way out. There's just these little ponds everywhere, so kind of pretty cool.
Oh, here's some deer tracks.
Yep, a lot of deer in here. And you can see some ATV, motorbike tracks. A lot of recreation. Not sure if there's any fishing in these ponds or not. I don't know. But so we're here at another pond. This one tells you not to drive down in here, but you can walk. You can see a few people have driven through here regardless of the time. But these, I think they call water oaks. I'm not sure, but they're an oak of some variety. Have this moss growing in them. It is so cool. You can see a road on the other side of the pond that goes somewhere.
And palmetto bushes, which I think is Florida. I gotta look it up.
Kind of neat anyways. We just thought we'd stop, show you around a little bit. I think we might wander over to one more pond before we ride back out of here. But it's across the road, so we'll probably drive up the road. So it's right across the road over there. We'll probably drive up the road a little bit and find another place to park. But you could see where you could have a lot of fun down in here if you packed a lunch. Brought your GPS, of course. It's worth noting that Highway 40 is over that way. 314A is that way, and then there's a main road that way. So this forest, I think, is only maybe 8 to 10 miles wide, 6 miles, something like that. So, you know, while you could easily get lost in here and go around in a lot of circles, if you kind of watch the sun, you know, if you got really turned around, and went in one direction, you could get out to something, you know, by nightfall pretty easily. So.
And there's a lot of tire tracks, so you probably wouldn't be in here too long before somebody found you. However, this is not the entire Ocala National Forest.
No.
That should be noted. This is just a little segment of it. So there's a bunch of clusters of it kind of all over this area that are all part of the Ocala National Forest.
We rode through one the other day that we rode for probably 15 miles and saw one person and saw roads everywhere, and I think that one probably you could get yourself in some mischief up there. So we're gonna wander right across here, show you this other little pond, see what we see. And if you listen real carefully, you might hear that siren out on 40. But this is the kind of stuff here that if you're not careful, you could sink a truck pretty quick. If you.
This stuff has no rigidity to it at all.
Yeah, it doesn't pack. One good burp of the throttle and you're sitting on your axles.
Then you call up your friend, tell them to come on over and bring your truck.
But here's another one of those ponds, which I'm sure has all sorts of interesting stuff in it, just waiting to come on out and do something. Who knows?
And we did do a little more research in the truck, and as it turns out, being the winter months, a lot of the alligators are in hibernation at the moment. They hibernate in burrows, but you will see them out occasionally looking for a little bit of food or looking to sun on the banks and warm up. So we were lucky enough to see one yesterday. We're gonna keep looking for one for you guys. If we don't find one in the wild, we will go to one of the gator ranches at some point and go check those out, and we'll bring you along for that.
Well, one of the things we're going to do, Silver Springs State Park, if I said that correctly.
Oh, the glass bottom boats.
Yeah, so Silver Springs State Park is just down the road from where we're staying. And they have glass bottom boat tours, and supposedly you'll get to see the monkeys, the gators, and possibly even manatees. So we'll bring you along for that ride, get some video of that. That is actually in the wild. It's in a state park, but it's in the wild. So we'll bring you along for that ride, see what we see, and then I think we're going to look at the manatees at a spring.
Blue Springs.
So Blue Springs is not too far from here. The water stays between 69 and 72 degrees all winter long, and the manatees all conjure there for the winter months to stay warm, because I don't know if this is true or a friend of mine's pulling my leg, but he says that manatees can't survive under 60 degrees. They die if the water gets below 60. So that may or may not be true. I don't know.
I do know they need to stay pretty warm. They're definitely not a critter that can be in the cold. So it'll be pretty cool to go see those. There's a heron of some sort over there. Big blue bird.
Yep. So we thought we'd just wander down here and show you this one too as well. So you can see it's really kind of pretty, kind of cool. It's really quiet. It's probably, you can see the sun beating on me. I'm going to guess probably about 75 at the moment. It's supposed to be in the high 70s tomorrow. So yeah, pretty tough life right here, I gotta say. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We didn't get your gator, but we'll leave a picture of one here and see if you can find it in the picture at the end of the video. We'll put a little, we'll let the picture run for about 10 seconds and see if you can see the gator in it from yesterday that Sue snapped. But other than that, I think we're going to wander back out of the woods and maybe go have a cold beer and sit around in the sunshine with the dog. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe.